Greetings, my little superstars! Ruppy here, your ringmaster for the Columbus Swoo, amazing Digital Circus edition! Our funny buddies have been jumping for joy lately, and who could blame them? With a 5-0 record and being seemingly unbeatable, that will certainly bolster one's confidence. A big win last week certainly helped, fueled by Caine's critical hit, and Kinger taking the reins to go on a royal rampage from there. It was a performance so amazing, it temporarily ripped a hole in the fabric of space and time as we know it. I'm sure you all got acquainted with my alternate universe doppelganger, and I hope you enjoyed his little backyard baseball presentation, but I regret to inform you that we've since locked up that particular exit door and should be back to our regularly scheduled programming from now on. But who knows? Maybe AU Ruppy could be invited back someday. But enough about that. I'm sure you're all dying to hear about today's adventure. That, my little superstars, is Colossal Cosmog Clash! Week 6 of the UNPL Spring Fling will see our little hard-shelled hamburgers face off with Ark and his shiny new Casselton Cosmogs, who have been on just as much of a roll as we have and are no doubt chomping at the bit to take a bite out of our undefeated record. He certainly has the tools to do it too, starting with his Tera captains in the dangerous Doug Trio and the awe-inspiring Articuno. Given that Ark has experience with cooking my goose with Articuno's Galarian counterpart in the BBR D-League, I would not be surprised if he relies on that menace to further clip my wings. If that wasn't enough, however, then he also has Trick Room potential in the ever-annoying Slowking, an absolute behemoth to take advantage of it in Snorlax, a Grimmsnarl who can pull all kinds of prankster shenanigans to spoil the show. So many ways to sidetrack our little superstars and derail all our hard-earned momentum. That said, we all know our funny buddies are made of some tough stuff, and no one embodies that more than Zooble! Zooble is one of our two all-purpose tanks in this game, meant to mostly sponge hits and heal up with Regenerator to keep the fun going for as long as they see fit. Spore will put any one of Ark's pesky Pokemon to sleep to hopefully quiet things down, while Sludge Bomb is our poison stab of choice. Stomping Tantrum is a nasty surprise for Pawmot and Delphox, as well as the Galarian brand Wheezing if it's not packing Levitate. Now, you might be wondering what the heck Bullet Seed is doing on this set, and the correct answer is Doug Trio! Even if it terastallizes, Bullet Seed should still break any potential focus sashes and get that three-headed threat out of here ASAP. Next up is everybody's favorite jester, Pomni. Pomni's packing a Life Orb this week to get a little more power for the tricks she has up her puffy sleeves this time around, namely Trailblaze to boost her speed, while also having a neat little tool to uproot the likes of Slowking and the aforementioned Doug Trio. This week, Pomni's getting a little spooky with a Ghost Tera, because with the speed boost from Trailblaze and Eevee to always outrun a non-Scarf Gallade, Tera Blast is her key to haunting Ark's dreams and sending his Cosmogs right on out of here. Stone Edge and Close Combat round out the rest of her moveset, making Pomni quite the powerhouse in this showdown. Next up, making his grand return after a stalwart defensive performance last week, it's Kinger! Kinger's goal this time around is to join Zooble in being a difficult wall to crack while setting up Stealth Rocks to put Ark's Toxic Tycoon to work trying to get rid of them. Especially with competitive to take advantage of any potential defogging. Haze allows Kinger to keep Snorlax from trying to set up any nasty curses on us while slowly chipping away at the Pudgy Pulverizer. And Surf and Flash Cannon take advantage of a noticeable water weakness on Ark's roster, as well as threatening his double fairies and that frosty bird. And just as a precaution, Kinger's packing a Shed Shell to make sure Doug Trio can't Arena Trap him and threaten to cut his Royal Range short prematurely. Soaring in next is our old friend, Cosmo! Cosmo is certainly looking to put on a show this week, because Arc's team has very little to handle an electric onslaught, and absolutely nothing to curb the fury of flying-type attacks. That's why he's put on his funny little glasses to rip big holes in the Cosmog roster, with Thunderbolt and the dual threat of Air Slash and Hurricane, the best of both worlds. And with enough speed to always outrun everything barring Scarfers, Cosmo can even U-turn out if need be to resume his comedy act at a later point. Plus, with Volt Absorb, he can even shut down any shocking surprises from the likes of Palmot if push comes to shove. Now, we may have Zooble to try and turn the Trick Room tables on Arc if need be, but perhaps they could use a bit of help in taking a slow but powerful approach to this possibility. For that, we're going to give Caine a chance to try and not break the multiverse this time. Intimidate to soften the blow from Arc's physical attackers is only the start, because Caine's packing quite a bit of bulk this time. Why is he taking things slow, you ask? Well, Caine's clever plan involves cursing himself. That's right! Caine is going to use Curse to get even bulkier and hit even harder, taking full advantage of Trick Room to outslow the opposition. Speed also becomes irrelevant when you have a move literally called Extreme Speed to ignore any of that and take advantage of all that extra power to crumble Arc's cosmic crew. Flare Blitz is there to brute force our way through any walls that dare to stop us, and a little gift from Morning Sun, who hopefully won't be trying to kill Caine this time, will heal him up to keep this fire burning bright. Last, but certainly not least, we have Ragatha joining this adventure. Ragatha's repeating last week's game plan with a Choice Scarf, and a standard spread to try and gamble on a speed tie with Gallade if things come down to a showdown of the Scarves. Moonblast and Psyshock gives Arc's team quite the headache, while Shadow Ball fills in the gaps to give her all the tools she needs to clean house on everything Arc has to throw our way. But, just in case, she's also packing Trick to, I don't know, maybe try to upend any potential Trick Room tomfoolery from Slowking or Snorlax to help her funny buddies continue to shine bright like the little superstars they've all been. That's the roster for today's adventure. A big thank you to It's Danny Mac and Dapper Snapper for their help in programming today's roster. Your help is always appreciated, gentlemen. So, will our seemingly perfect season remain intact? Can our circus shenanigans get back the win Arc took from me over in the BBR D-League? Will yet another Articuno frustrate me to no end? Let's find out! Alright, it is battle time. Let's see if I can keep my spring fling roll going, as well as pay Arc back for BBR D-League. So we have Galarian Weezing, Palmot, Articuno, which he's told me is Tera Water, Snorlax, Gallade, and Slowking. So, no Grimmsnarl, no Ambipom, no Dugtrio. That is a little surprising, honestly. But this does kind of fit into the possibility of maybe potential Trick Room. Well, Kinger having a Shed Shell is kind of useless now. I think I'll just lead Cosmo. And we can go from there. Because I could just, I'm Specs, I could just U-turn out. I don't have to worry about rocks because, Dugtrio was his only rocker. If Galarian Weezing wants to try to set T-Spikes, I've got Zooble for that. I think we can make this work. So, good luck, have fun, Arc. And let's see how this battle plays out. Hopefully no weakness policy, agility Articuno shenanigans. I'm getting a little tired of those. Anyway, Palmot is the lead here. Interesting. So I am Volt Absorb, so I have no reason to be afraid of that, of Double Shock from this thing, or any electric move for that matter. If your Scarf Iron Fist, though, Ice Punch has a chance to kill me? I feel like U-Turn is my safest play, in all honesty. I'll go with that, and I guess we'll see. We'll scout the thing. It is, in fact, Scarf. And I do believe that is, in fact, Iron Fist. So good to know. So with that said, I honestly feel like Kinger is my best play here. Because I can eat Ice Punch all day long. The fact that you outran Kilowattrel confirms to me your Scarf, because you should not be able to outrun it otherwise. And this kind of feels like free rocks, honestly. Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and get basically get free rocks here. Because Pawmot should not be able to touch me, even with Iron Fist, because it should be locked into Ice Punch. If he wants to bring in Galarian Weezing, that is fine. I can start blasting the thing with Surfer Flash Cannon. If he wants to try Defog, goes away. Actually, Defog would be a mistake on his part, honestly. Out comes the Snorlax. Alright. Well, this is going to get interesting. So, what is your game plan, then? I'm going to Surf to see what you're up to. Get Chip on you, try to see if I can figure out what kind of set you are. A Curse set would not surprise me if you are, if this is kind of a Trick Room plan he's going for, which is very likely with Slowking around. But I'm going to be able to hit this thing with a Surf, do a decent chunk as he just Body Slams. Alright, Kinger can take that, no problem. And we're just going to Surf again. I have no reason not to. We're just going to keep chipping away. See what the game plan is. I am noticing no leftovers on you. So, maybe Resto Chesto? That wouldn't be a surprise, honestly. Just gonna Surf again. Take another small little chunk out of you. As you do go for Heat Crash. Alrighty. That is perfectly fine. And you know what? Part of me is tempted to go into Zooble just for the Rocky Helmet chip at this point. It is extremely tempting. I think I'm just going to Surf again, though. We're going to play this safe and see what he wants to do. Just keep chipping away at this thing. He does have Earthquake. Interesting. So is he just Rest 3 attacks? Curse 3 attacks? I mean, Empoleon being gone, I'm kind of half and half on it, honestly, all things considered. I mean, if I can keep him from defogging, that'd be really nice, but in the grand scheme of things, I think it is fine. So knowing you have Earthquake, I think we're going to go into Pomni. I think we're going to try and see how this works out. You're in range where a close combat should kill you. Because you have no curse boosts. That's about 55-ish. So I could realistically go for a close combat right now and potentially take you out. I think I'm going to Terrasilize and do that. If he switches, then fair play. We will just deal with whatever comes in. I was really tempted to Trailblaze there, get the speed boost. But it's fine. I don't think Pawmot would appreciate a close combat if it comes in. Galarian Weezing can take it, but I don't know if it wants to take Stone Edge and Tera Blast from there. Slowking can take it, but I don't think it wants to take Tera Blasts. He is going to withdraw, which is completely fair. Into the Gallade. Alrighty, you're gonna take Rock's damage. We are gonna Terastallize, which definitely removes the threat of Sacred Sword from you now. This close combat should still do a chunk to you. A good chunk at that. So this is where things get a little interesting, because you could have priority. If you have something like Shadow Sneak, that does way too much to me. If you are Choice Scarf, that could be a problem if you ran double Scarf. Part of me honestly feels like my best bet is Ragatha. I'm going to save Pomni for now. We're going to come back to this plan later. I think Scarf Ragatha should be able to take a hit from this thing no matter what it is and go from there. Gonna trace Sharpness. Good to know that is in fact what you were going for. Destiny Bond! Interesting. Noted. So he was actually fully willing to embrace me taking it out. Curious. In that regard, then, I think I'm actually just gonna switch to Caine, so I don't, 'cause I believe Destiny Bond stays in play until this thing makes another move, so rather not take the risk, because I could still use Ragatha. I can definitely intimidate you, though, make you easier to deal with, as you just switch. Absolutely fair. Destiny Bond. Good to know with the Gallade. As Slowking comes out now. Fair enough. And in the case of you, I think I'm just going to go to Zooble. I don't think you go for a Psychic move. You probably go for a Water move. You could just Chilly Reception out. Either way is fine. Also, knowing you don't have Boots is interesting, because I saw the Stealth Rock damage. Thunder Wave. If I would have gone into Kilowattrel there. But that is actually perfectly fine. I will take that, because that works against him as far as Trick Room shenanigans are concerned. I'm just going to go ahead and fire full Bullet Seed. We'll go from here, actually. See if we can make this work out. Psychic Noise, which does damage. That is fine, though. Because I'm going to chip away at this thing with Bullet Seed. We've got 2. We've got 3. So I think I'm out of range. I should be out of range of another Psychic Noise if he wants to risk Bullet Seed again. I mean, I could also just get paralyzed. You know what? We're going to go into Ragatha. We are going to do this. And see how this works out. Because I'm going to trace Regenerator, which makes absolute sense. As he just slack offs. Okay. So, maybe not? Because I don't know leftovers either. I got a crazy idea. I'm pretty sure you know I'm Scarfed and you're going to Thunder Wave, so I'm going to try to double into Cosmo. See if we can somehow make this work. If it does, that'd be incredible. There's the Thunder Wave! That's what I was hoping for! So Cosmo's going to get to heal up a little bit. And I'm going to pop you with a T-Bolt. Because a Specs T-Bolt is going to hurt you. I don't care if you were built to be the specially bulky, slow, family member. Yeah, that's going to hurt. And you go for Psychic Noise, which is going to take out Cosmo. That is fine, though. Because Cosmo still made a huge dent in this thing. And to be quite honest, I feel like this is the perfect time to go back into Pomni. Because I definitely outrun you. You're in range where a Trail Blaze should kill. If you switch, that is perfectly fine because I get the speed boost out of this. And then Pomni is free to really start going to town. Yep, you are going to switch, which is absolutely fair, considering Regenerator. Into Galarian Weezing. Alrighty. You're going to take rocks damage. I'm going to chip away at you with Trail Blaze. Get a speed boost out of it, so that is nice. That's something we got going for us. You are Black Sludge. Alrighty. We're going to pop you with a Stone Edge. Because Stone Edge should two-shot you, considering I've got Prior Chip and the rock from the rocks and the Trail Blaze. I mean, Will-O-Wisp is very much a potential option, but yeah. You do go for Will-O-Wisp, and you do hit it. Yeah, in retrospect, probably not one of my better ideas, because, yeah, Pomni being burned definitely sucks now. It's fine, though. It's fine. I'm just gonna go for another Stone Edge. We can still make this work. Are you Pain Split? You are Defog. Fair enough. You are still definitely in range of another Stone Edge, though. Or you should be anyway. Maybe. Let me see after the Burn Chip. Yeah, you're about in range where another Stone Edge should pick you off. Even with the burn. If you switch to Preserve Galarian Weezing, that is fine. Losing my rocks does kind of suck. But I still think we can turn this around. I still think we've got the potential to make this work. Because I've got Chip on a lot of things to potentially set Arcanine up to Curse Up and then start doing Extreme Speed shenanigans. So Galarian Weezing's down. I don't think that crit mattered. If it did, then I'm sorry, Arc, but I really don't think it did. I mean, maybe if I got the absolute lowest possible roll, maybe, but it's hard to say. I'm almost positive, depending... I'm almost positive you probably had, just based on that damage, you were I'm almost positive he was in range, so I don't think that crit mattered. So, Snorlax is heavily dented. Pawmod's been kind of chipped a bit. I wouldn't be surprised to see Pawmod, actually, now that I know it's Scarf. Because even though only a +1 from Trailblaze, I don't outrun it. So I guess we'll see what he wants to go... Articuno! You have to know, right? I don't trust that in the slightest. I mean, you probably Terrasilize... Well, no, you told me you're Terra Water, so you probably Terrasilize into that to, Yeah, you're probably going to Terrasilize into that now that I think about it. I almost forgot about that. I'm still going to Stone Edge then, because it's still my most powerful move. At least get damage off on you and go from there. If nothing else. So you are Terra Water. You probably have Terra Blast for Arcanine. Which is still fine. Do a nice chunk to you. As you are going to just Terra Blast. That is fine. Yep. Alright. So, yeah, this is getting a little iffy now. I mean... You are Terra Water. I'm tempted. I'm gonna go into Zooble. Call me crazy, but I think I can take an Ice Beam from you. I should be able to if absolutely necessary. I think it's time I put something to sleep with Spore. And we go from there. I think we can still make this work. Because I have a lot of chip on a lot of things. I can still get Arcanine set up. As he goes into Slowking. Interesting. And I am fully parried. That is fine. I'm still going to try Sporing anyway, again. Slack off. Fair enough. Fair enough. So I have not seen a... I've seen Slack Off, Thunder Wave, and Psychic Noise. Which is absolutely fair. So, where do we go from here? I think I'm just going to Bullet Seed you, honestly. Because depending on the rolls, I might be able to take you out or put you in a position where I can make something happen at the very least. See where this ends up going. I mean, if you just switch out, then fair play. But I still think we can make something happen with Zooble here. You are still asleep. That is perfectly fine. I am fully parried. Not as fine. Alright. Alrighty. And you get the... what's pretty much a first turn wait. That's annoying. That is very much annoying. Still gonna be able to fire off Bullet Seeds on you, though. Only get 2. Which is even more annoying. And I think the Slowking beats me from here, unfortunately. I'm in range of another Psychic Noise if you go for it. I don't know if you do. You might. Trying to figure out what my potential out is here, if there is one. We'll go into Ragatha, I guess. If you paralyze me with a predicted T-Wave on this, then completely fair play. But I feel like this is my best out right now. As I trace the Regenerator. I can make that work for me at the very least. You just Psychic Noise. Which, you know what, completely fair. Completely fair. With that prior chip, though, I feel like a Shadow Ball is a 2-shot, even if you... I mean, paralyzing me would definitely suck, but I might still be able to make this work since I trace Regenerator. Take a nice chunk out of you. You just Psychic Noise again. Okay. I feel like you're definitely in range of another Shadow Ball. So I feel like you definitely switch here, and most likely into Snorlax. So I feel like now's as good a time as any to go into Caine. And see if we can maybe get the curse shenanigans going. Because I'm almost... yeah, I feel like you're going to switch for Regenerator. Yeah, I figured as much. Into Snorlax. Yup. I mean, the downside is I don't get Intimidate on you. But that's fine because I can start cursing up. As he switches again. Okay. That's fine with me. Back into Slowking. Which is completely fair. I'm just gonna curse. And we're gonna try to start seeing if we can make this work. I'm gonna go ahead and curse again. I mean, if you hit me with a water move, fair play, I can just Morning Sun up. But we are at +2 now. You just Thunder Wave me and miss. I am sorry about that, Arc. I am sorry about that. Oof. I guess I'll go for a Flare Blitz. Now. It should hurt you quite a bit. That is definitely quite a bit. As you... Oh my... Wow. Game... Can we please stop doing this to me? Can we please stop with this? I appreciate it, but I don't want this hacks in my favor, pretty please. Can we just have a normal game? Oh my lord, I am so sorry, Arc. I am so sorry. Granted, I mean, I can't say for sure whether or not I would have gotten fully parried, but the potential of that happening definitely makes this, it will definitely probably matter. So, Slowking is gone, and at +2, I think most everything is in range of potential extreme speed. Snorlax should be, Gallade should be, I think Articuno might be. Oh, those Thunder Wave misses are... I don't like that. I hate the game doing this to me. So, Articuno, and you are Tera Water. Depending on what kind of Articuno you are, I don't think a Tera Blast kills me. You are out of range of extreme speed, though, is the thing. I'm still gonna go for it anyway. Because why not? Does a ton of damage. Oh, maybe you are more offensive, and if that's the case, then this might be a dead, Caine. Yeah, it is. Oh boy, okay. Okay, yeah, this is getting a little, interesting now. I'm gonna go into Ragatha. Because Ragatha definitely outruns you and picks you off. It should, anyway. Unless your potential... Scarf? Articuno, maybe? I mean, the possibility is certainly there. Okay, I do know you are more offensive. You have this Snorlax, Pawmot, and Gallade left. I'm gonna Psyshock. Predicting the potential Snorlax switch. I mean, it'll KO Pawmot. It should KO Gallade. Into Snorlax. Yep, I had a feeling that's where this was going. We're gonna go ahead and pop you with a Psyshock. Do a ton of damage to you. And actually, Ragatha with Scarf might clean up from here. Well, no, there's still the Pawmot issue. I know that thing is Scarfed for sure. I know for sure that thing is Scarfed. So Gardevoir's gonna pick you off. So there's that at the very least. Scarf Pawmot is probably coming in. I would not be surprised. Although, I don't know if it has anything that can KO me. Now that I think about it. Gardevoir might have this? Ragatha might be able to still pull this back? The possibility is certainly there. Yep, there's Pawmot. I know you're Scarfed. I'm gonna go into Zooble. Call me crazy, but on the off chance you do have something that could pick me off, then a Zooble at least offers Rocky Helmet Chip. You just go Ice Punch. Which is fine. That is Rocky Helmet Chip on this thing. I am just gonna fire off a Sludge Bomb. I think I'll let Zooble go here. I think we're gonna Ice Punch again. That is gonna pick off Zooble. Sorry, Zooble. But, yeah. Even Iron Fist boosted up. Yeah, even M, I don't think this kills. You were Volt Absorb the whole time! Never mind then. This Ice Punch certainly doesn't pick me off. I am honestly pretty safe to just lock myself into Moonblast at this point. You're gonna Ice Punch, Ragatha's gonna take that. I'm gonna KO you with Moonblast. So, trying to think here. All I've seen from this Gallade is Destiny Bond. Which... I might be out of range of a Shadow Sneak if you're Life Orb. I am at 170. Well, I mean, I'm locked into Moonblast anyway, and I'm Scarf, so... Your Scarf! You went double Scarf. Okay. Fair enough. GG, Arc. GG. Which means the Moongus probably would not have mattered anyway. Psycho Cut would have killed me. GG. And I was getting really... I was about to get really upset about the Thunder Wave misses. I guess in the end they didn't matter. So that's gonna do it. The Columbus Swoo Amazing Digital Circus Edition are undefeated no more. But considering we're locked for playoffs, at least now I think I have an idea of what will probably happen if Arc and I cross paths again in playoffs, and I can adapt accordingly. So that is a good thing to note. That is a positive takeaway from this game, at least. Yeah, I should definitely have playoffs locked up, a playoff slot locked up, considering we've only got one game left in the regular season. But with all that said, GG again to Arc. Thank you guys so very much for watching. I have been Ruppy, and my Columbus Swoo and I will see you guys next time. Take care.